investors, another midday update. I'm going to try to make a jingle and try to make it a little bit more interactive for watchers here. You few and lonely watchers that I see, I only have a few views. That's all right. Big meeting coming up in 5 minutes, which is the Fed decision. But I just wanted to look at one stock in particular. Let's look at two. Why not? One stock in particular, though, was Baidu today. We had a pullback today. There's nothing here, no news on the Yahoo channels at least. But if we do see a little pullback further to the low 90s, I think this is a good entry point, low 90s into Baidu. You could argue that there might be a bearish MACD cross forming, but I would argue that there's sufficient green volume here. You got a volume and then price spike up, but there's one remaining gap in the high 80s that might be filled as this comes down, but you see this 50-day crossing the 200. That's a golden cross. We haven't seen that since here, and you see usually when that crosses 50 crosses 200, you do see a short-term spike in the stock. So I think it might be a okay buying opportunity here in this small sell-off. I would like to see this cross definitively and break above this trend line with volume. So if it breaks above that 113 area, this thing can head higher. Basically on the AI hype, that's basically what this stock will trade on, is that AI hype. But the fundamentals are actually, it's looking quite cheap here. It's one of the cheapest tech stocks maybe in the market. I think is trading around a PE of 9. You know, where you compare to something like Amazon or whatever, you're seeing the PEs are like 90 plus. So, you know, this thing could trade up significantly. I would like to see a cross of this trend line, retest, and then head higher. So I don't have any top price targets on this. Maybe it'll fill that tiny gap up here near 236 eventually, but we're talking maybe over the course of a year or two, which would make it probably fairly valued at that point in time, especially if this AI hype keeps going. Yeah, so that's one stock. And William Sonoma I wanted to look at real quick, and we're seeing it's getting crushed today. Again, the consumer is pretty weak here. Anything discretionary, the consumer is going to pull back on. So I view most of the items at Williams Sonoma discretionary. We're seeing a pullback. Just mirrors just the overall market. Here we do see kind of like a shooting star pattern here. Bullish flag pattern here. Breakout. Kind of a shooting star and then crash. Though it looks like this support held, this line held for now. So this is a wait and see. Perhaps this will head lower over the next couple of months as we get more layoffs and things. Consumer discretionary, I tend to stay away from all of that. If you want to ride the AI hype, then you put your money in Baidu and these other stocks. But that's about it. I just want to give a short update for today, and the Fed meeting is starting basically now. So I'll see you guys in the next one.